Hey everybody, welcome to the channel MachHaven. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to make an airplane in many games. I'm going to be using Aviassembly to show you some things. So if you want to build a simple plane in Aviassembly, like really simple, take a cockpit, take an engine, and then take a wing, a tail wing, or whatever, it doesn't matter. And now you have a simple functional plane that flies pretty good. Extremely simple. You know, yeah, I mean, not much to it really. Like, you can do some pretty good maneuvers with it. You got your pitch, you got your roll, and then you got your yaw, obviously, because you have a wing, a tail wing. And that's all you need for a good plane in this. If you're having trouble making planes in this game, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's very easy. Alright, now if you want to make, a plane that's a little more complicated for like aesthetics or whatever, turn on mirror mode, but be careful with mirror mode because it will duplicate things if they are moved. And then, so you put that there, you turn off mirror mode, you move this like a smidge, you turn mirror mode back on, and then it might move this, or in some cases, if you have like a lot of parts and the build's starting to get complicated, then you'll have a ton of weird stuff happening with mirror mode, and it's hard to keep things symmetrical. Like the SR-71 I had a lot of issues with because there's so many parts and mirror mode started acting weird. But just take it, make yourself a fuselage, make it look however you want. If you want a triangle, I made the triangular shapes on the SR-71 by shrinking this side, expanding these. I brought this down a little bit, and now you have a pretty good triangle this way. Or if you want one's more centered or more up or whatever, yeah, that. Then also I took this and they just made it squared, so that way it all lined up really good. So we'll try to build the beluga, one of my first suggestions, and also it's kind of a big plane, so I'm gonna get a reference image up real quick because I don't really know a whole lot about how it looks off the top of my head. All right, so this thing looks freaking weird. All right, the cockpit looks most like it. This cockpit probably looks most like it, plus it's the biggest. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and just disconnect it, and we're gonna rotate it probably a little bit to see how this works. So take off the snap angle, rotate it down, actually make it longer. Take this side, shrink it a little bit, make this side bigger, bring this down like this. See, the shape is starting to happen, but it's not really where I want it. It needs to be more extreme. This Airbus is pretty crazy. Alright, so in this case, I think it's going to be a little bit better to rotate this a little bit and then bring this back down, just so it kind of fits in there a little bit better. Alright, so we got a little too steep here. I'm going to try to match the angle a bit. This thing looks kind of like Megamind. Big ol' head. Alright, I think it needs to be, whoa. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. It needs to be bigger. Oh, that's as big as it goes. Alright, take this, turn snap back on, snap that there. See if this will go any bigger. Alright, that's as big as it goes, so I think we're going to be kind of stuck with that. We'll just kind of make a little bit of a curve here. Alright, so we need this piece to kind of go up in there. We're going to probably make two pieces. Probably best just to make this into a nice big square. Make it pretty long. Make it more skinny. And then kind of move it into position. Rotate it a little bit. Probably about right. Alright, then we need a piece here. This is too big. This needs to be shrunk down a little bit. Just kind of to like just start putting down pieces and seeing if it fits or not. If it does, if it looks good, then just put it down. Start adding on some more, then if it looks off, then start adjusting the pieces again. This piece we can probably round a bit in the front. Just so that way it's not sticking out like that. Make it a little smaller. Make this shorter too. Alright, this piece right here, we make this longer and then kind of go up a little bit. And then take this, move it in right where it's more flush. Put it here. Bring it up so that way you can start going straight back with it. This piece, we can make it a little smaller. Then start adding on to this here. Bring it back a little bit. Alright, yeah, just when you're building, just ignore little things like that. Like later on in the build, it's not going to be that noticeable. You mostly just want like the major shape to look pretty realistic from like a glance. Most people don't come in here, zoom in and look at all the little things like that. If you can get those things out of there, then great, but just don't focus on it too much. Take some more of these, put them on here, make them nice and square, and it looks like it's pretty lined up. So we're gonna go just way back with this. We're gonna add one more here and go way back with it, just so that way not everything is just one big piece. All right, and then just try to get the scale down. These need to go down a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Again, we're gonna do 2 pieces just so that way not everything's all stuck together. Alright, so obviously I would like this thing to be like a little bit bigger up here, but it's gonna be a very big pain in the butt to do. So, holy crap, I mean we got plenty of cargo space though. So now in the back, you're gonna take another piece, bring it pretty far back, shrink it down to a point. And I mean in the photos, it looks like it might go slightly up. It's hard to tell. And look at some more photos. Okay, this thing's rear looks pretty weird, so we actually need to take it and make it a little bit taller, like that. And actually, the down part is pretty gradual from up here, so really this just needs to be moved. This needs to go. This needs to go here, leave those there. This needs to go out, come to point. Bring that, about that size. Sorry, I'm burping a lot. I ate some food before I started recording. Any type of food makes me burp a lot. Even just drinking water makes me burp a lot. Okay, so that looks a little steep and a little short. This needs to be a little taller. Alright, then this piece needs to go smaller. It needs to go down more steep like this. This should probably actually go up a little bit more and probably a little bit further out. Also, save your builds once you get a good bit of progress done. You don't want your game to crash. And then you have to redo all of this. Probably save it like every time you do something pretty good. I should have saved it sooner. So that's probably pretty good right there. We're gonna take another piece, shrink it down a little bit over here. And then drag it out. See, now these, we can take them, put them like right here. And then to cover out that little piece, take this, bring it in. That way it's more flush. You don't got a big old chop off part right there. Alright, so that's looking pretty much captures the shape of the body. Big tail wing or the edge there. This tail wing looks too small though, so take another tail wing, put it here, line it up, bring it back. Also, there's like a weird piece that goes kind of like up the back here. So take out another piece, shrink it up like that, and then make it longer. I need it a little bit taller. I'll just take like 2 of these. I just put it like right here where it lines up and snaps, and then move it with this. So it's staying perfectly on that axis. Rotate a little bit. Looks like it goes to right about here. Take another one of these, put it there, rotate, put it into position. This looks like it goes just a little bit below this part, a little bit higher. And then these kind of go like this. Well, unfortunately, we get in a situation like this, you kind of have to like move this off of that and then kind of move this up. This piece needs to be longer so that way we have more room to work with. There. That looks quite a bit like the wing on the real thing. So we're going to save this again. Let me make sure the back is actually this thin. Sometimes you gotta type in like beluga plane, rear, stuff just so you can get better angles. Plane, rear. Nice good view of that beluga booty. Beluga booty. It's kind of fun to say. Alright, so this might need to come in a little bit. Shrunk a tad bit, then just moved up. You have to readjust these things. There we go, got them all. Move it down a little bit. This thing we can shorten it up a little bit more, and then we can add another piece here. Shrink this side up. Stretch it out a little bit, and then move it up. Give us a bit more of a curve there at the end. Alright, now we're going to take, we're just going to use some more of these right about there. If you look at the back, it's not at the top of this round piece, but they're lower, and then they're a bit further back from here. So we want them up here because that looks more like the beluga. But then you also want them rotated forward a little bit more because they're not that far back. Just make sure it looks pretty good. Move it in a little bit more. There, that looks more like it. Then we need some wings on the outside here, so we'll go with this one. So we don't want this thing facing backwards, so just put it like up there, click it like that, move it back down a little bit because the bottom is not level with that. From the forward to back, it looks like this thing sticks out a little bit forward and then pretty far back. So something like that. And then again, this doesn't really look like the right shape quite, so then just take another one to be backwards, put it up there, move over. Once you start putting parts really close together like this, that's when you can run into issues down the road with if you have to adjust anything, because you can't pick parts alone sometimes in this game and it'll grab like multiple things. I'm going to save that because we got a good bit done. Underside of this thing, surprisingly it only has a few wheels. Two of these, like right in the wings, so we need the wings first. Obviously the big wing. And they are on the lower part of the fuselage. And they are probably positioned right around there. Now there is a little bit of a curvature down here where the wheels are. I'm probably not going to worry about it just because it's probably going to be a lot of extra work for something that you're not going to even be seeing when you're flying it, or if you're looking at it from like up here. So yeah, according to this picture, the wings are pretty far down, like right there. And then the wheels are like right next to the wings here, and they fold like this. So what we gotta do is, this thing weighs a frick ton and these wheels cannot handle it. So if you want to look good while still trying to maintain it, you're gonna have to clip the wheels inside of each other. Just take these. We're gonna need, like, best thing to do is look right here and see if you can get it as close as possible. Lining up, looks like one wheel to me pretty much. Alright, so that's 200 pounds. We're gonna need at least one more. This hole is lined up pretty well. You need to go up there. Save. Then the front wheel only has a 2. And it is on the part that comes down a little bit. It also needs to go up here like this. And that one looks like it folds this way too, so keep that right there. Now for some engines. Put some engines on here. Now this thing only shows 2 engines on the outside of the wheels, sticking way out towards the front like this. Alright, yeah, these things are sticking way forward. They're like, yeah, that's actually about right. The back of this in the photo is like touching, like this side of the back, it's like touching the thing right there, so you can probably bring it back just like a tad. See that engine disappeared? You gotta like click on. Oh, there you go. Okay, sometimes the mirror is weird. You just gotta click around a couple times. All right, let's save this before that disappears again. All right, now we need this thing to fly, which I highly doubt it's going to at 226 whatever units of measurement and just 2 engines. Now you just start taking stuff like this put it towards the front so that way the center of mass is forward a little bit so it doesn't lean over backwards too much. And just shove it inside. Just take like 4 of those. We'll do 6 just for good measure. Now we're going to need a bunch of fuel. Since we use 6 of those, you should probably use like a minimum of 1 fuel tank for every engine. And then for some of these other ones like this and this, you probably want to use a few extra after that. So save, and then we just test it, see how it goes. Not enough thrust. So we go back, load it up. Feel that drag right here? We're gonna need a lot of thrust. Alright, get this ready to save, because you're gonna need to save it. Shoving all these engines and fuel tanks in here might make the game crash. I'm using this one because this weighs almost twice as much, but only provides 15 more thrust. So I think this one's more fuel efficient and weight efficient for the amount of thrust you get. Add 1 more. And then some more fuel. Good thing to add on this might be some balloons. Probably fit them inside. Yeah. Get a whole couple of balloons inside the beluga. Thing is, the balloons just don't add that much lift. Save, test it again, see if we have enough thrust now. Might need more fuel though. Okay, that's much better. So it could use more fuel, but I mean that's usable. Now for the future, if we need a gigantic freaking cargo plane, we have one. And we know that needs some fuel, and you can... Alright, let's look at the paint job. Let's see how close we can get to the paint with this. Just paint it up, something like that. Alright, there's your beluga. If you liked the video, then like and subscribe. Leave a comment, whether you liked it or didn't like it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.